What is up guys, Wraec is here with a new video, and today I want to give you guys my review of the AFK Journey Beta Voyage event that took place in the last week in AFK Journey. And I have to say, I was fairly impressed with the game. While it was just a beta event and some things can of course change, it already gave me a good idea of how this game is going to look, play and feel in the final version of it, which is going to be released in the near future. And I have to say, from the moment I first read up on this game and saw the first assets and screenshots, the first thing that had me impressed was really the art style. The canvas art style, as they call it, is really unique and definitely nice to look at. You find small villages going through some wheat fields and then enter a big city with houses with some lights in it. It looks completely different in day or night. This game has a day-night cycle. You can switch between all of those at any point. If you like to play at night, you can do so. And your character Merlin will put up his little torch and run through maybe a dense forest or a city. It is very cool to look at. I will provide you with some examples of that in the background. And not only is it great looking, I also like that there is polish even on the sound side of it. There are nice tracks for every single area that really underline the whole feel of it. And beyond that, you also have them for game modes, like PvP has a very upbeat track, and then you have those more silent ones when you go through a dense forest or a cave. And that just feels great. Beyond that, also there is a campaign that has a decent story. I wouldn't say it's too deep, but it has a decent story. It's fun to play through, and you definitely get to know some things about the world that you are in Asperia, which is definitely a good thing, and not every game really does this. So I definitely like that part of the game as well. One good thing about the campaign that I should note is that most of the characters are voiced, and they promise that they are going to voice more of them for the final release version. So that is also definitely great and shows how much quality there really is in there. Of course, the game also has to play well, not only look well, and I think we're just going to hop into here and just play it a little bit. One thing I'm particularly fond of is that you can just hop to any position in the game and it looks super smooth. You see, I have a quest over there. I think we're just going to make our way there. If you see, I can select this waystone and smoothly teleport over there. I love this animation, by the way. It is just great. If you're first time in an area, it looks like this. The thing is, this is level 28 opponent. We are fairly over leveled at this point, so we can mostly nuke our way through here, collect tons of treasures and go on. So yeah, I AFK'd a little bit too much, and now I'm a bit OP, I fear, but that's not bad at all. Scholars in distress. So then you get those quests. Sometimes there are side quests, sometimes there are main quests. I personally like that. It is pretty RPG-like. So a good thing in the end. I'm going to skip a bit through here for the sake of this video, but it is quite a nice system, and in general I appreciate the combat. It is quite cool. As you can see, sometimes in between the game throws you out some hints, and we've actually found a tactical drill. Tactical drills are pretty cool because you are basically given one or two heroes and you have to defeat the opponent heroes, and this is one of the battle styles that are in this game. Either you fight with your own team or you fight in some set position like this. A problem that I have right now is I'm still not super familiar with the heroes. Okay, we can only set one hero. I think we're... Okay, this is a melee guy. No, we are going to go with this guy. Set him a little bit back. The thing is, those are flamethrowers. And the idea is they run towards you, and I don't think we want to necessarily use a melee character in a situation like this. So I'm pretty sure this is not a melee character. So we activate this. This activates bullet time. It's the same as if you activate your main skills, and we activate them at a proper time. Kind of missed this last one, but it worked out, so I don't mind. And yeah, if we'd chosen a melee character, obviously he would have run into the flamethrowers and we would have lost, which would have been kind of bad, but you find challenges like this every now and then in the world. Down there we can see some plates. This is probably a puzzle. So there is really a lot to discover in here, and it's not just that you find those riddles in the world and things to discover in the world. There are also battle modes that you can choose. We can hop in there, and this is, for example, the Dream Realm. And in the Dream Realm you fight a changing boss. The boss changes once a day, and depending on your ranking and depending on the amount of damage you deal to the boss, you get certain rewards. There are some dream fragments in here, which are some upgrade materials. We have invite letters with which you summon heroes, and collecting heroes is really also one of the main things in this game. We can fight this boss once. I'm just going to start it with this game. It is going to take a few seconds, but we can talk about it. Every hero that we have in there, this is now my team that I'm currently using. We are fighting with 5 heroes usually. In the front we have some tank heroes. We have this guy Rowan, who is regenerating our energy, which we use for our ultimate skills, and I currently set it so the ultimate skills cast automatically. That is not always the best thing to do. Sometimes you really better want to target your ultimate skills, and that is also fairly possible because you have this bullet time mechanic, which we can use for 1 second. I can't deactivate it right now. I thought I could deactivate it right now. The bullet time mechanic basically slows everything down, so you get an ample amount of time to select your ultimate skill, where you want to cast it, and find the optimal position to do so. Especially for some range-orientated heroes, that can be very good. We see in the Cecilia here in the back, and she is pretty... she can hit her skills out very, very far, and they have a bit of AoE, so if you target the right position, you can hit multiple enemies with that, and it can be quite the good idea to do that yourself. For some easier encounters, you can just relax, AFK a bit while at the screen actually, which doesn't make sense. No, not in the sense of the word, but it's alright. And just relax a bit and let the game handle part of the skill setting. It's okay for the easier fights, but you will notice that for more difficult encounters, you can definitely get an upper hand by just targeting the skills a little bit better than the game would otherwise do. So for this, we're now at 76%. It's actually going rather well, even though my team's not very well equipped to fight this boss at all. We didn't lose a hero yet, which is kind of surprising, but you can see there's a counter up here. We only have 5 seconds left to attack this boss. Hopefully we can get some more skills out, and that's it. Get one more skill actually. 82%. I think we actually improved my recent damage, which is very nice. And yeah, we actually got a new record, got some extra loot. We get a weapon here, it's a level 80 weapon, which is a nice opportunity to actually show you upgrading heroes, upgrading equipment. Just a little side note, there is PvP here as well. Not going to cover this in this video, but it is quite interesting to fight other players with the heroes there. Haven't really found the proper strat that I want to go with for this, but it is definitely one part of this game and can be quite interesting. So we got this chest now. As you can see, some gear is in there, and the gear is not bound to a specific hero. So we just had Cecilia on our team. She's a marksman, and while I have gear on her, it is more like that she's a marksman, so I collect marksman gear, and I collect one set of gear for every single marksman in my team. Right now I can see that the gear here is level 80, and I can also see how much of an improvement that would be to the current gear I have equipped. We can see an improvement by 10 levels here, improvement by 10 levels, that is not very exciting, improvement by 40 levels, or the best one here is improvement by 45 levels, which I think we are going to use. And then we go into our mage gear, which we just got the main, I don't even know, it's a staff, I would say, of, and we can equip this, and now basically every single mage that we use has this gear equipped, and we can even upgrade certain single pieces of it. We see here that is a level 30 piece. Right now I can upgrade to a level 45 piece, and that will also give me some more stats for every single mage. So by AFKing, by just collecting your loot from the AFK stages, you can upgrade your gear, get better gear pieces, and that will in turn be effective for every single hero. So don't really have to worry about that one gear piece being on a single hero, which is good. On the downside though, in other games I often like playing around with it a little bit. Maybe there is more crit orientated gear or some specific stats that I want to boost. That is of course no longer a thing here. You just collect marksman gear, you collect mage gear, but it's not like you can amplify certain stronger abilities of a hero that maybe can do way better damage with more crit or something like that. That is not a thing that you really get from this. It is easier though, so that is an upside. For heroes, they have a pretty good system as well. You don't really upgrade a single hero. You have 5 heroes, your Hand of Resonance, and the resonance level that you reach here, which is the average level of your heroes, or, well, it's not the average level, it is the lowest level a hero in your Hand of Resonance has. That is the level for all of the other heroes. So we can see here, all our heroes are all at level 49. If we go ahead now and we upgrade this guy to 50, this guy to 50, and this guy to 50, and we check it again, now all of our heroes are level 50. We can do the same with 51, and so in turn we don't really have to care about most of our heroes. If we get a new hero, we could instantly switch this new hero into our team and we would be mostly ready to go. There is one mechanic that is not influenced by this, because we can upgrade the hero itself as well, and that is done through different materials that upgrade the current tier of the hero. The tier in turn gives you also better stats. So there is a pretty deep upgrading system in this game as well, and most of it plays around you collecting more heroes, which you do through invitation letters in the Noble Tavern. And we can do a 10 summon now. We actually could do 2 and see if we can get a great hero, which has a very nice animation, by the way. She throws up those letters and then those light pillars come up. We actually got an epic hero. That is very nice. There are a bunch of hamsters. I don't know, there are a bunch of hamsters. They are mostly the worst heroes. Ooh, very nice. We have her already, so we can actually upgrade her now. That's Temesia. She's very fun. She has a very fun way of attacking the enemy. She mostly runs between the furthest apart heroes or enemies on the battlefield and hits anybody in between. And that is pretty cool, because usually in a battle, when the heroes, or Wheln, we can definitely use Wheln. When the heroes first enter, they fight with the heroes closest to them. And heroes that break this up and just attack heroes that are further away or have lowest life or something like that, those can be very interesting because they open strategic options that you otherwise wouldn't have. So in that sense, a hero like Temesia is very cool. Obviously she's an epic, so pretty high summon, and we get the token now, which we can check out. Let's get back, let's go to the Resonating Hall. And there is actually Temesia, and now we have this token. And what this enables us to do is we can upgrade her from Epic to Epic Plus, which, as you can see, upgrades her stats by quite a lot. So now we have her at a higher rarity, and we can go even higher. We have to collect more materials, and the highest tier is Supreme Plus. So that is a pretty cool thing. I like the summoning animation. I'm very much looking forward to actually doing like some videos with a ton of summons. That is something that I can definitely see. But it is pretty cool. There are other stages too. By the way, the main thing in this game, the main AFK thing that gives you all of your loot. While you're AFKing, you're basically collecting your loot here. And the amount of loot that you get depends on the AFK stages that you have cleared. And there are quite a ton of those. We can try to clear one more now that we've upgraded our heroes a little bit. This might be an option. Let's go in there. We are going to go with auto battle again on this one, because I think with the heroes that we've now equipped, that is an option. By the way, for these skills, every single skill has a skill animation. We have those smaller animations here, and then we also have some video style animation, which I hope we can see at least one in this. Yeah, there. Every single hero basically has that for their ultimate skill, and I think that's a nice touch as well and quite cool. You can deactivate it though if you think that it appears too often. I currently have it set to random, so it doesn't appear every single time, but every so often you get to see one of those animations. But in general, I have to say I kind of like it. I could see though that you might want to save some time by deactivating it, but it's possible in the settings, so that's definitely quite cool. So now that we have cleared one of the stages, our AFK challenge progress actually upgraded from 84 to 85, and we can see we collect some more materials here. The more we do this, the more stages we clear, the more materials we gain passively, even while we're not playing the game. So you should progress this as far as possible. So what's my final opinion on AFK Journey? Well, final we have to take with a bit with a grain of salt, because obviously this is a beta of the game. We are not yet in the final version, but I will definitely play it. I want to see more of it. I want to delve into some of more systems that I haven't explored too much yet. I haven't explored the guild system too much. I want to open a guild, maybe play in there with you guys a bit, and I want to see what a hero can do once you upgrade it to the max rank, because currently we are in Epic Plus. It goes up till Supreme Plus, so I want to see what we can do at that point, see what the last skills that I'm missing can do, and I want to build a huge strong team and face those final stages, because I saw some insanity already. If you check out battle modes, this goes to AFK stage 800. We're currently only at AFK stage 85, so definitely a lot of progress that you can still make in this game. And I want to do it. I want to finish the campaign, which I will probably do still in the beta Voyage event. A bit of time is still there, so I will use that. But other than that, I will definitely be in AFK Journey when the final version or the proper release version is released. So make sure, if you want to play with me and want to play in the guild that I will probably open, that you pre-register right now. There is a link in the description for that. I think there is some extra loot for that as well. But of course the advantage is you will be in the game as soon as it releases, and in an AFK or idle game that is always a big advantage, because you just spend more time AFKing, collecting resources, and that is definitely a good thing. So, maybe make sure you stay tuned on this channel, subscribe to it if you haven't already, and other than that, I wish you a great day. I will see us in the next one.